Good evening from Sanford, Florida. We're in town to check out a new restaurant that is open this week. It's called the Old Jailhouse. It's right around the corner from Hollerback's Willow Tree. The Old Jailhouse is actually an old jailhouse. It was a jailhouse that has the distinction of being the only jailhouse that has hung somebody hung in Sanford back in the early 1900s. Here's the look from the outside. So they've kind of kept the aesthetic up. This building has served as a livery, a blacksmith, a dry cleaners, and some other assorted venues over the years. But it has remained largely unused for the last 50 years. We passed by this venue recently when we were in town for a food truck event that took up this entire block. And this is also, if astute viewers may recognize this street as the area where the couch races take place, Sofas and Suds, every year. It's very crowded while we wait. They have some old pictures up on the wall here, as well as some aesthetic of like jail bars. Check this out. This is the bar area. Bar area is very cool looking. You can see the kitchen right through there. You can get your craft beers. They have some good craft beers on stock, including Sanford Panty Dropper, which is what I'm drinking. You can get them in the tall beer dispensaries as well. So the layout inside has rooms separated by classic names. Like this is the mess hall, and inside the mess hall there's some seats on the side that kind of like high top seats. The other areas to eat is visitation and booking. And this general bar area is called the cell block. We're eating in solitary confinement. This is amazing. This is the menus, and you got a wide variety of pretty awesome craft selection appetizers. We're debating about the roasted cauliflower right now, the jailhouse fries, or those water-kissed tomatoes. And then these are the main plates. We've got the jailbird half chicken. That sounds really good. The Creole lamb sounds amazing. The steak sounds good too. I'm not going to go burger or chicken sandwich because that's kind of, you can get that anywhere, and chicken tender salad. But the lamb sounds really good. If I ate shrimp, I would probably get that shrimp and sausage skewer. But this fish dish also sounds pretty awesome. You have a full wine menu here as well. And Mary's handing me off camera. Wines by the glass, cocktails, and what they have on tap. They have a good selection of craft beer on tap. You can get it in either 8 ounce, 16, 23, or 100 ounces. So the 100 ounces, that big tower that we saw outside. And then these craft cocktails. The Yard looks really good. Death's Door Gin, Strawberry Shrub, Lime, Club Soda, and Mint. And then you got Hard Time with some bourbon and brandy. Birdman of Alcatraz, some Scotch whiskey and vermouth. The Life. The Kooks of Hazard, not the Dukes of Hazard. And OBOF. Now, this picture is what it actually looked like in here when it was a jail. All of the brick that's used in this building is original, and the bars that are on the window are original as well. We got the cauliflower for an appetizer, so go Captain Tom. The utensils are really cool looking too. Like they're very like steel just looking. The cauliflower is good. It's very soaked in the cheese. It's very soft. Okay, I got one of their signature cocktails. This is the Yard, which is Death's Door Gin, Big House, Strawberry Shrub, Lime, Club Soda, and Mint. And the mint smells so much. You can smell it all the way across the table. It smells so good. It's good. It's good. The gin is strong.
Strong. Yeah, I was just about to say, wow, potent.
Just got the Sunbelt fish dinner. It's got some shrimp and mussels and everything in here. It's kind of like a jambalaya or a paella. So I had ordered the steak, but the steak was done for the night. They were sold out, so I ended up with the jailbird chicken, which is chicken, some slaw and potatoes. And Mary got the Creole lamb, which is basically lamb shake with some Creole sauce.
And some sweet potatoes.
Yes. All right, we have wrapped up with our meal. Okay, back home from the old jailhouse. I'm going to give everything in a summary here. Food-wise, Jess had the fish dinner. She said the spaghetti portion was really good. The fish felt like it was a little overcooked. She definitely felt like, you know, the meshing of the fish and the texture quality maybe a little bit more dry than what she's normally used to from other restaurants in the area. On the other hand, Mary had the lamb and raved about it. She thought it was absolutely delicious. She tore through the food and has not stopped talking about it, so she thought it was absolutely delicious. And then I had the chicken. I did order the steak, but I will say this. I think everything that could have possibly gone wrong tonight probably went wrong, only because it's their second night of operation, I think. And when we had ordered the steak, or I had ordered the steak, they had sold out and came back like maybe 10-15 minutes after I ordered to let me know that the steak was gone or done for the night. They did push the burger when the steak wasn't available, but I went for the chicken. The chicken was good. I will say one side of the chicken, it's a half a chicken that you get, tasted a little bit more moist than the other side, and the other side seems a little bit more seasoned than the other side. So it came with slaw, which was really good. The slaw was had a nice spice and tang to it, and then the mashed potatoes came with it as well. We had the cauliflower for an appetizer. I thought that was delicious. The beer selection was good, and the drink that I had was very good as well. The other things that just kind of mishapped and went wrong were, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, there's a wait to get in there. There's not a whole lot of tables to sit at to get in there, so I can imagine when you get to like a Friday night, Saturday night type of situation, it's going to be fairly crowded. Concept is so cool with the jail cells and leaving the doors up and with the bars and things like that. The one thing that happened when we went to solitary confinement, when we were sat in that area initially, we were sat in the wrong area, so we sat in there for a moment and then had management come out and say, you know, made a mistake and we were sitting somewhere else. Then they ran out of the food item, and then lastly they had kind of like a busser go by and dropped an entire tray of glasses, and the glass was just shot everywhere all over the floor. It took them a little bit of time for them to come back and say that they were out of the steak, and in the meantime Jess and Mary's orders were cooking, but Jess's came out really quick, so she had hers for a good like 10 minutes or more before anybody else had their meals ready. And then they initially said that they were backed up in the kitchen, but then came back out and said that they had misplaced the ticket for the items that they were looking to cook. All of those things I attribute to just being open recently, and this is just it. You know, you're brand new and going through the initial motions of finding their legs underneath themselves. I think the old jailhouse is going to be awesome in the future as an option to go to, especially if you're looking to catch a couple of beverages and to be able to enjoy a meal. I would think that, or hope that eventually maybe they'll expand the menu to a little bit more than just the 9 items. I think it was 9 items that they had on the menu altogether to allow for a bigger selection. But I love the aesthetics of the place. The wait staff was really friendly. The bar staff was really good. The drinks were excellent. The food tasted good. I think it's only going to get better as time goes on. So that is it for us at the old jailhouse. Thank you very much for coming along with us. Thank you very much for all of your likes and your comments and your subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys.